Welcome, my friends, to another episode of Friday Night Frights. Your host, Count Vampire. Time for another reading of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark by Alvin Schwartz, and illustration by Stephen Gomel. Yes, we are in season 10. Can you believe that? 10 years of doing story time and scary stuff on the channels? Goodness gracious. And thank you all very much for the kind words you left old Vampire last week. Oh my goodness. People so happy to see Vampire again. Can't say that about the people that I were hunting down last week. They weren't happy to see me, but I'm happy to see them. Got the full tank. Yes, the blood bank tank is full. Okay, so with the blood bank tank full and a storybook full of scary stories to tell in the dark, sun coming up, but I have the UV ray shield down on the windows so no vampire be safe. Oh yeah, I'm safe. So timer running on the camera. Okay, so this one called Little Black Dog. Okay, see, you can see right there, Stephen Gomel drew a picture, Little Black Dog. Hey, Little Black Dog. Okay, Black Dog, that's the Patrick Swayze movie about black dogs. Big truck driving dog. Black dog, big black dog. Okay, Billy Mansfield. I went to school with the Billy Mansfield. Seriously, Billy Mansfield. Yes, Billy Mansfield. He made me mad one day and I punched him. Oh, Billy Mansfield. Okay, Billy Mansfield said that a little black dog followed him wherever he went. Sounds like Mary had a little lamb. But he was only one who saw it. Oh, what you smoking, Billy Mansfield? So people thought he was kind of crazy. To drag the dog away, getting hair in my mouth. Billy was always hovering at it, throwing rocks at it, but the dog always came back. First time Billy saw the dog was the day he fought Silas Burton. Did you get hit in the head really hard, Billy? Maybe you should get the cat scan and the dog would chase the cat. Scan. Billy was just a young man then, but the Burtons and Billy's family had been feuding for years. When Billy saw Silas riding towards him, he went for his gun and Burton went for his, but Billy fired first. He hit Burton in the back, knocking him from his horse, and Burton's horse ran off and his gun fell where he couldn't reach it. He lay there on the ground pleading with Billy not to kill him, but Billy killed him anyway. Oh, good job, Billy. That made you a murderer. It wasn't a fair fight after that. But Burton's little black dog was with him. Then he was shot. The dog kept licking Burton's face and barking and snarling at Billy in his anger. And Billy killed the dog too. Oh, you sucker. You be nice to your puppies and your kitties. And he went and shot the dog. You are a sucker, Billy. I'm coming after you. That is not a nice story. No wonder it's a scary story. He shot the dog. Shoot Billy all you want. Shoot Burton all you want, but don't shoot the dog. Oh, this story sucks. Man, scary story indeed. there wasn't much law enforcement in those days, no kidding, shooting the dog. So Billy wasn't arrested. Yeah, no kidding, they just string him up. But all that night he heard Burton's dog outside his cabin scratching at the door and barking to be let in. I'm imagining this, Billy said to himself. I shot that dog, it's dead. But the next morning Billy saw the dog and it was waiting for him outside. But then there was the next day when he didn't see it, and then there wasn't a night when he didn't hear a scratching at the door and barking to be let in. From then on, Billy was always finding the black dog hairs on his sofa and on the floor, in his bed, and even in his food. Good for you, black dog. Man, why don't you pee on his shoes too while you're at it? And the house and the yard stank of dog. Good. You deserve it. And that was what Billy said. Wherever somebody told him there wasn't any dog to see, he'd say, well, maybe you don't see it, but I do. And I'm not any crazier than you are. Well, that remains to be seen. Things went on like that for many years. Then one morning, in the middle of winter, neighbors didn't see any smoke coming from Billy's chimney. When they went to check on Billy, Billy wasn't there. A day or so later, they found Billy, his body laying in the snow in the field. Back in the back of his cabin, Billy had plenty of enemies, so at first it seemed like somebody might have killed him. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. And there wasn't a mark on his body, and there weren't any footprints out there except for Billy's. The doctor said Billy probably died of old age, but there was something odd about his death. When the neighbor found Billy, there were black dog hairs on his clothes, and there even were a few on his face, and it smelled like dog had been out there. Yet no one had seen a dog anywhere. Good for you, black dog. You freaking killed Billy. And he deserved every bit of his fate. Clinkety clink. Yes, let's see what clinkety clink is all about. An old lady got sick and died. She had no family and had no close friends, so the neighbor got a grave digger to dig a grave for her. He had a coffin made, and they placed her in it. And was the tradition. They washed her body and dressed her up in the best clothes and to put her in the coffin. That reminds me of a joke. How can you tell a vampire has a cold? You could tell by their coffin. Okay. Yeah. You hear their coffin, right? Okay. Anyway, get back to story. When she died, her eyes were wide open, staring at everything and seeing nothing. The neighbors found 2 old silver dollars on her dresser, and they put them on their eyelids to keep them closed, but also to pay the ferryman on their way to the afterlife. They lit candles and sat up with her so that she would not be lonely her first night that she was dead. The next morning the preacher came and said a prayer for her, and everybody went home. Later the grave digger arrived to take her to the cemetery and bury her. He stared at the silver dollars on her eyes and picked them up. Shiny and smooth they were. How thick and heavy. How beautiful, he thought. Just beautiful. Well, you leave the silver dollars on her eyeballs. That's where you put them. They're leverites. You leave her right there. Don't you even think about it. I see nothing good coming out of this. He looked at the dead woman, her eyes wide open. He felt she was staring at him, and she probably was. Watching him hold her coins, it gave him a creepy feeling. Yes, I understand that feeling. See, I like to play the trick with the people because I don't have a pulse. I'll lay down on the side of the street where people don't know me. I'll pretend like I'm dead. I'll contort my body and just lay there, my eyes all wide open. They come and check my pulse. And they go, oh my gosh, he's dead. And I'll look up at them and, oh, scare the heck out of them. Hey, funny joke. Funny vampire pool funny joke. Yeah, they love it. No, they don't. I get in trouble. But anyway, back to story. He put the coins back on their eyes. Put back on those eyes of hers to keep them closed. But before he knew it, his hands reached out again and grabbed the coins and stuck them in his pockets. Oh, he had the klepto hand. That's called the klepto hand, right? He had no control over it, right? Klepto hand. Oh, that's not my hand. No, these aren't my pants. Somebody put them on me. That's right, officer. These aren't my pants. He grabbed the hammer and quickly nailed shut the lid of the coffin. But you can't see anything, he said to her. Then he looked out over the cemetery and buried her as fast as he could. And when the grave digger got home, he put the 2 silver dollars in a tin box and shook it. The coins made a cheerful rattling sound, but the grave digger wasn't feeling cheerful. He couldn't forget those eyes looking at him. When it got dark, a storm came and the wind started blowing, and it blew around the house and it came through the cracks, around the windows, and down the chimney. Bazoo! It went. Bazee, bazee, bazoo! The fire flashed and flickered. The gravedigger threw some fresh wood on the fire and got into bed and pulled the blankets up to his chin. The wind kept blowing. Bazoo! It went. Busy, busy, bazoo! The fire blazed and flickered and cast an evil-looking shadows on the walls. Oh my goodness, what a great image this is putting in old Vampiro's mind. The gravedigger laid there thinking about the dead woman's eyes staring at him, and the wind blew stronger and louder, and the fire flared and flickered and popped and snapped, and he got more and more scared. Suddenly he heard another sound. Clinkety clink, clinkety clink. It bent. Clinkety clink, clinkety clink. My name is Colonel Clink. Jawohl, Colonel. It was the silver dollars rattling in the tin. Hey, the gravedigger shouted. Who's taking my money? It's not your money. It's the old lady's money. Oh my goodness, here's another good drawing from Stephen Gammell. Right there, spooky lady. Oh my goodness, Stephen Gomel, you scary story drawing person, you. All he heard was the wind blowing bazee, bazee, bazoo, and the flames flickered and danced and snapped and popped, and the coins going clinkety clink, clinkety clink, and he leaped out the bed and chained up the door. Then he hurried back, but his head was barely touched the pillow when he heard clinkety clink, clinkety clink, and he heard something way off in the distance. It was a voice carrying, "Where is my money? Well, who's got my money? Who? What are you, an owl? Who?" The wind blew, bazee, bazee, bazoo. The fire flared and flickered and snapped and popped, and the money went clinkety clink, clinkety clink. The grave digger was really scared. He got out the bed again and piled up the furniture against the door, and he put a heavy iron blanket over the tin box, and then he jumped back in the bed and covered his head because Santa Claus was coming tonight. And the money rattled louder than ever. And way off, a voice cried, "Give me my money! Who's got my money? Who? Who?" And the wind blew, and the fire flared and flickered and snapped and popped, and the grave digger shivered and shook and cried, "Oh, Lordy, Lordy! Oh, don't blaspheme." Suddenly, the front door flew open, and in walked the ghost of the dead woman, her eyes wide open, staring at everything and seeing nothing. Yeah, I've seen that look on a lot of people's faces. The wind blew, bazee, bazee, bazoo, and the money went clinkety clink, clinkety clink, and the fire flared and snapped and popped. And the ghost of the dead woman cried, "Oh, where is my money? Who got my money? Who? Who?" The grave digger moaned, "Oh, blasphemy, blasphemy." The ghost could hear her money going clinkety clink, clinkety clink, clinkety clink in the tin box. But her dead eyes couldn't see the box, so she reached out with her arms and tried to find it. And the wind went bazee, bazee, bazoo, and the money rattled clinkety clink, clinkety clink, and the fire flared and snapped and popped, and the grave digger shivered and shook and moaned, "Oh, blasphemy, blasphemy." The woman cried, "Give me my money. Who's got my money? Who? Who?" You've got it, don't you? I'm talking to you. Right there. You've got it. Oh. So, there you have it. The woman with the missing money, the grave digger, and the guy who shot the dog. Man, all kinds of crimes being committed, isn't it? Petty larceny and murder. Boy, exciting day today. So, thank you very much for tuning in for another episode of Friday Night Frights, and for stopping by and seeing your old boy Count Vampire. Oh, good seeing you guys again. It's always a pleasure having you around. Vampire is always happy to see friends, having friends by the old toy dungeon. Yes, the dungeon in my castle, filled with toys for Joe Motion's channel and Vampire needed the space out. So thank you so much for coming by, and please share this video with your friends. Share and spread the Halloween joy. And remember, be kind to yourselves. You deserve it. And remember, be kind to everyone around you. You never know what kind of day somebody is having. An ounce of kindness does go a very long way when somebody's having a very rough day. And be nice to your puppies and your kitties. And don't shoot somebody else's dog. That's just straight up douchebaggery. Alright? Don't be a curmudgeon and shoot somebody's dog or cat, kitty. Don't do it. Alright? Because you don't want vampire to come after you, and I will hunt you down to the end of the earth. If I find out you shot somebody else's pet. Because that is just so wrong on so many levels. You think the ASPCA would be mad at you? You have no idea. Okay, anyway, as borderline criminal, what Vampire said, today's the day of criminals anyway, according to the stories. But anyway, Vampire, happy guy. You guys take care, stay safe. Remember, cold flu season, no good. Wash your hands. Okay, use soap water. Do this underwater. Dry, wash fingers down so all dirty water go down, and dry your hands. Okay, have good day, good night, all that good stuff. We see you next week for another episode, Friday Night Frights. Okay, bye-bye, take care, good luck, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, so long, farewell, and all that good stuff from that movie Gone with the Wind, or whatever that was, with Mary Poppins and Sandy Duncan, whatever that movie was. Okay, so long, farewell, it was Wiedersehen, goodbye. All right, bye-bye.